In recent weeks, Donald Trump has doubled down, even tripled, on denunciatory rhetoric that critics complain sounds like coming from the mouth of an authoritarian leader as opposed to presidential candidate of a democracy. In his Veterans Day speech late last month, former president compared his political rivals to vermin, adding in a post on Truth Social that he promised to root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and radical left thugs who live like vermin within borders of our country. Although some critics have taken advantage of these remarks and conflated provocative statements, Nazi rhetoric targeting Jews during the Holocaust, Trump's comments were not met with explosive news that he had previously encountered similar statements. So he kept making them. On December 17, Trump declared that immigrants were poisoning blood of our country, drawing ire of Biden White House and saying comments parroted Adolf Hitler. Despite increased rhetoric, none of Trump's recent statements appear to have garnered the same ire he has experienced in past. Peter Simi, a professor of sociology at Chapman University, has studied extremist groups and violence for 25 years and has co-authored 2 books about white supremacy in America. He had been called as an expert witness to testify against Trump Colorado case, where Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics Washington, a nonpartisan ethics watchdog group, argued that the 14th Amendment bars Trump from running 2024 because of his role election campaign. Simi spoke to Business Insider explained why. Even as Trump's rhetoric becomes increasingly extreme and highlights themes of fascism, authoritarianism, the former president's violent speeches do not attract the world's attention as they once did. Trump's rhetoric used to be something that baffled people. It made many headlines. While his rhetoric seems to be increasing, his comments are not having the same impact on the social Richter scale. Am I wrong to think that when the cameras aren't pointed at him, he gets bolder with his words? It is important to note the long-standing nature of such communication patterns with Trump. Of course, he has said various things recently that suggest tensions are escalating. But it is both. There is a long-standing pattern. There are also certain things have happened recently that indicate an escalation and certainly bear the hallmarks of authoritarianism, fascism, various isms. So certainly these comments fit so far. But in many ways they're not all that different from his previous references to invasions that predate his political career. Way back. In fact, can you give examples of times when his statements touched on these troubling themes? In terms his political career, use of the words invasion or invasion is quite significant in terms different contexts in which he used it to refer to immigrants, particularly MS-13 and predominantly African Americans. Parts of Baltimore, he told members of Congress, women of color,